sky it rumbles, the earth it shakes. The water is rising in the lakes. The clouds they gather, the winds tonight. I can feel it in the air, it's coming all right. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Flash across the screen, nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. To like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all its scenes. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share.
I'm worried about that Elizabeth Diaz. I think she's one that I have a problem with. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dave, hang on a second. I got to shut the door.
Hey Eric, how you doing? I'm glad to see you on
There
here.
we go.
And I have several on with us. We have Denise Darnell, Elizabeth Diaz, Queen of Hustling. She likes the music. So she must not have been on for a while. And
That's not that we've been
there's
doing
Sia
that for several
Courses.
days.
Hey ya, hi ya. Hello there.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, hi there, ho there.
um, yeah, and Keith Thomas says, hey David Mark, hope you both doing good today. Let's see. Hotel Mario. Hello, David Mark. Do you think we will get any more rain today? Well, you know what? If you look at the
We're
radar,
good. Mm-hmm.
it's possible, but I don't really have a lot of faith because this really had a pretty good line of storms earlier today, and it just flat out dissipated as it got over into Kentucky.
It did.
So
They're still generating over in Missouri and kind of heading down toward Arkansas and
right,
into Tennessee from that direction. But for there up in the northwest from us, it looks like everything's kind of just turning into a cloudy and rain showers.
yep. And Keith Thomas says, how about next week? How's the weather looking like next Wednesday, Mark? We got to tell Keith how it's going to be because he's counting on us. And there's our good friend Harley. She says, hello, everyone. Hi, Harley. Glad to see you on here. And then Lahoma Austin says, hey, Mark and Dave. Sheila Edgar, good sweaty afternoon, gentlemen and fellow Thunder buddies. Yeah, it's kind of a hot day
Yeah, that's
out
the
there.
16th. It's probably going to be still kind of warm, probably high around 90. Chance of showers and thunderstorms again. Seems to be the pattern we're in. But right about that time, we're going to be watching for a system to be moving our way that could generate some more thunderstorms, possibly severe, and then some cooler air behind that.
Right. I'm going to put this into motion a little bit. We've got a severe warning. Okay, it's for Floyd County and Knott County, Kentucky, and Pike
Yeah.
County, Kentucky. That's it
It's,
says flash flood warning for that.
yeah, it's over to
Okay,
our east.
there's a severe warning way up here in the far northeastern part. We'll go over, we'll take a quick look at it. Yeah, it's a pretty rowdy storm there. I suspect mostly it's going to be some very heavy rain. Of course, that is in the hills and valleys of eastern Kentucky.
Yeah,
They don't need
yeah,
heavy rain because that could be pretty bad for those folks.
yeah. They get flash flooding over there on a pretty regular basis when they get these kind of storms,
Right.
and I mean, just a normal afternoon thunderstorm can cause a creek to wash out for them.
Hey, Elizabeth, it's good to see you. She says, how am I doing? And I've been right here. So anyway, everybody hang in there. We got Daryl Bass on with us. Says, pray for Texas flood victims. Army Emergency Relief is helping a retired soldier that lives in our area to go home. He lost his daughter in the disaster. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh, I hate to hear that. I really do. That was a major disaster. That river rose 23 feet in 2
New
hours.
information. This
23
severe
yeah.
feet.
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Okay, let's see. They've updated severe thunderstorm warning. So let me go back real quick and see where they just moved it eastward a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So Mark, why don't you give us a rundown on the forecast?
Okay. Well, we do have about a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Our high is only going to make it into the low to mid 80s for today because of all the rain and cloud cover we've gotten up this way where the sun's been out. It's going to be back up warmer again. Tomorrow, around 90 again, and again, slight chance of thunderstorms, not quite as high a chance as today. And then as we go into Friday and through the weekend, a chance of thunderstorms every day with highs in the low 90s, and we're going to be getting humid again. So we're going to be seeing the heat index get up to between 100 and 105 over the weekend.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you really don't know what the weather's going to do till the next time it gets here, and that's because of the well, it goes
Yeah,
from
a
one
lot of the
goes
times
from one
what we
extreme to the
happen,
other. Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, go
and
ahead.
a lot of times when the weather is like this, the next day's storms form on the outflow boundaries of the previous days, and you can't always see exactly where those go or how far or where they interact with each other. So it's sometimes hard to figure out exactly who's going to get thunderstorms the next day and who's not.
Right. Well, it's one of those things that you hope that we get rid of the heat. That's the big thing. I'm not a fan of the heat at all. And it
Right.
looks like it's going to get pretty hot over the weekend, right?
Yep. That's what we're looking at. Again, the Saturday and Sunday heat index will be up between 100 and 105. So if you got
Wow.
anything to do outdoors, take those heat precautions. Make
Right.
sure and drink plenty of water, take breaks in the shade, or just stay in the air conditioning if you
But
can.
it's not going to stay that way permanently, though, right?
Nope, nope. We've been seeing consistent signs in the longer range models of a cool down coming around the mid month or so, or just past mid month. And we're again looking at a couple days at least where the daytime highs may only be in the mid to upper 70s.
Right. Well, that's almost hard to believe this time of year. And that looks to be, like you said, around the 17th, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
kind of lines up with some of the stuff we've been watching. Um, there's a general feeling that maybe there's some cooling taking place really almost globally over the northern hemisphere, up in the far north. And we'll see how that plays out. Let's see what else we got on here. Looks like Sheila Edgar's on with us. Okay, I done said that one. Or Daryl Bass. Chris Meacham says, good afternoon, Thunder Buddies. And Mike Bynum, our good friend Mike, he says, hello, Thunder Buddies. Hello, David. Hello, Mark. I hope Ewan's having a good day. It's always a good day when you get on with us, Mike. Yeah, we enjoy having you on with us. You've been a good friend for a long time. See, of course, says, I always drink plenty of water. Coffee and soda have water in it, right?
Right. Sure.
Yeah, right. Okay. John, he's a card though. He helped us out a little while ago. We really appreciate it. He's one of our techs and a really good one. And then Eric Brake is one of our moderators. Anybody that starts acting up on here, he clicks them. He takes them off. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well today. It's been a time. I'm not sure I can say I'm enjoying this weather, but I like it a lot better than the bright sun and the heat. There's Allegra Pace, our good friend Allegra. She says, hi, David, Mark. Good to see you guys. And we're glad to see you on too, Allegra.
Absolutely.
Chris Beecham says, what's the weather looking like for Saturday? Want to go to Beach Bend. Also got a carpal tunnel surgery when I get back from vacation. Well, Mark?
Saturday, afternoon and evening thunderstorms again. Highs will be in the low 90s. And heat index 100 to 105. So I don't know if it's a good day to go to Beach Bend or not. Maybe not for the rides, but I think they've got some water rides or a water park area too. So if so, that might be a good place to go.
Yeah, there's Stephanie, Boston, Kentucky, girl on with us, says, hey, David, Mark. And Mike Bynum says, hey, Sweet Tea is a food group, at least one of my food groups anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. So, let's take a look here. What else we got on here? Well, first of all, we haven't even looked at our cameras lately. I want to take a look at some of the. Okay, there they are. I was worried because we had a problem with this a little earlier, and I think C, of course, helped get us back up. There's Hopkinsville right now. How it looks down in southern Hopkinsville, looking towards Skyline Drive, down towards the Grover Shopping Center, and
kind of cloudy and tranquil, but I guarantee you step outside and it's very, very muggy because our humidity is 80%.
Yeah. Still, it's a decent afternoon. Like I said, it's kind of cloudy. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, let's go on to the next camera. And is Barkley up yet? Let's see if it's come back. Oh, no, it has not. So let's go on to Lakeside Campground Marina. And it's looking good there. Look at the clouds off to the north there, the way it's kind of bubbling up. And who knows? But it looks a nice place there. It's 82 degrees. They must have had a little shower nearby that caused that to drop some. But,
Probably so. Well, they got part of that rain that came across this morning, too.
Yeah. And there's Dave, our good friend. He's another one of our moderators that watches out for us and protects us. I really appreciate you guys, Dave and Eric. You guys are invaluable to us.
Watch out for the storms coming up your way, Dave.
Yeah, there's some storms that way. Let me look around. Well, I'll look. Let's look up here at Washington where Mike Bynum is. And it looks like, pull up the radar in that area. Yeah, mainly just a few clouds, maybe some sprinkles, but you're doing good there, Mike. So let's go over here to our good friend Dave. He's up here around Huntington. What part of West Virginia is he in anyway?
Huntington is the very westernmost part,
Yeah, I see it. Now,
right where Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky come together.
I'll try the Charleston radar. See how that. There we go. Well,
Yeah.
there's your radar, Dave. Hopefully, it's not going to be too bad on you. And let's see. Crystal Notes says, "What does Kirkmansville, Kentucky, look like for tonight, Mark?"
Yeah, mostly cloudy. Temperatures will probably drop overnight down into around 70 degrees. Chance of showers and thunderstorms. And then patchy fog in the morning after 3 a.m. I haven't mentioned that we've been getting patchy fog in different areas where they've had these rains every morning.
Yeah.
So that's something to watch out for if you're driving around on your way to work. But otherwise, not too bad, not unpleasant, nothing really heavy or severe coming on.
Let me get off to another camera here. I've been sitting here, I not realize I'm still there. So here we go. Let's look at this is a WKDZ camera over at I-24 and 6880 in Trigg County from the top of the WKDZ studios. Looking good. And we appreciate them allowing us to use their camera. And also, let's look downtown at Katie's. That's always a nice little community. I've always liked Katie's. It's a small town, but it's really nice. Dave says heavy downpours off and on all morning and afternoon, and he says thanks for showing the radar. So you're welcome, Dave, anytime. Now let me see if I can find
Mike Bynum's asked, saying, "Hey, David and Mark, do y'all have any coal mines down y'all's way? Just curious. I worked underground for years. Hate to see what the government has done to the coal industry." And yes, we do have coal mines in the area.
Yep.
Not all of them are underground. There's a couple of strip mine areas.
That's true.
But yeah, a lot of those have been reclaimed. There's a lot of underground mines that operate. Paradise Coal. I forget some of the other names of them that are around. But yeah, I worked at General Electric in Madisonville for many years, making jet engine parts. And a lot of the guys who worked there with me were former coal miners. So there's been mines in the area for quite some time, and they're still ongoing. They're still pulling coal out of the ground in some places.
Yeah, this is Clarksville at exit 4 down there at I-24 and exit 4, where a lot of you go to the mall and stuff like that. And we're looking at this is looking up Highway 79 going towards Kentucky, and there's where you get on to I-24 if you're leaving the mall. And some people like to wave at the camera out there. I don't know. The camera's out there somewhere. It's not the one we're looking. Well, it might be the one we're looking at it on. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
looks like it's on a pole right next to the overpass. It goes over there for I-24 going through.
Let's see where the other camera is. Hold on. I got this stream deck. I've got to get this worked out. Okay, now here let's try the other one. This should be the other end, looking back towards the mall, which is on up this way, but this is going under the underpass to get on exit 4 or to go on up Highway 79 or to go south, either way. Trevor, you haven't missed it yet. We'll come back. And let's see here. Mike Bynum says, "Hey, Mark, that's great to hear. Thank you for that. I truly appreciate it." So anytime we can help you, Mike, and
Very
answer
welcome.
your questions. Yeah. Well, let's see here. Trevor Luna Grace says, "Oh, I done missed the live weather." Well, we're here and we're still live. Let me finish our camera tour real quick. Let's go down to Riverside Drive, and here's what it looks like. A little bit backed up there, but overall it's in pretty good shape. This is also down in Clarksville, and we have several viewers there. There's a good friend, Jackie Mathis. I haven't seen her in a month of Sundays. I can't believe it. She is actually back on with us. Where you been, Jackie? And then there's Debbie Soxy says, "Hello, everyone." Boy, I'm seeing all kinds of old friends here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go to, I don't see Tracy running on here right now, but if she is, maybe she'll be out there in the fountain waving at us in Kansas City. There's the fountain I'm talking about right there. She swears she's going to do it one day. Get out there and wave at us. We'll coordinate it and try to make sure we can do it anyway. That would be fun.
It would.
Yeah. And then let's go to our favorite place. Oh, my goodness. You guys know where this is. Niagara Falls. And
Niagara
boy, look at
Falls.
that. That's got some mist coming out. Not quite as many. Well, there's quite a few people there along watching it. Kind of surprised. There goes a little boat over the falls. No, I'm just joking.
Sure, it's not a barrel.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Means says, where's Mermaid Cakes? She hadn't seen her on here in a while. We sure haven't. We'll have to check on her.
Yeah.
And then there's Darlene Gregory. She's heading to Katie's, hoping for no rain for the next hour or so. Well, let's just go on back over to our radar here. Hold on just a second. Let me punch my stuff here. And here we go. Now we're back on radar.
There we go.
So that'll give you an idea of what it looks like. It's, there's a little bit of showers back here. Let's take a look at this camera here. I think this is Dover, Stewart County. Yeah, same place. Looking down at the lower end of, is that Barkley or Kentucky Lake?
That's Ken Lake.
Ken Lake. Okay.
That's Kentucky Lake.
So there's some showers and stuff going on. And Mike Baum says, hey guys, can I ask what the crown means? I got a crown back in school as a class dummy. The crown is showing you that you're number 3 on one of the biggest viewers. There's several number ones. They're usually on, like Dave. He's on with us pretty much all the time. And Chris Meacham, And then Mike Bynum, he's up to, you were up number 2. Now you dropped to number 3. Somebody else must have beat you ahead of time. But anyway, so Eric Breaks answering that question. Mike says the crown is the chat leaderboard. So I guess that's how many times you get involved with us.
Comment.
A new severe thunderstorm
Okay,
warning
the severe
has been
thunderstorm warning over to eastern Kentucky's kind of gone over into Pike County a little bit too. So it's just it's far out of our area. And let's see here. What am I doing here? Get off this. Now we got a little storm up around Paducah. It's redeveloped. And look at some of these other cameras that are really pretty. This is Barkley Lake right here.
Mm-hmm.
So these are from, actually, I think they're forest fire towers. They watch for forest fires, and you can see pretty good ways there. And anyway, let's see here. And Mike Bynum is thanking Eric, and I'm thanking all of you for being on here. Let's go. What was that real pretty? Let's try this one. I think this is Dale Hollow Lake. Yeah, this is a forest fire lookout tower as well. And they're looking for forest fires anywhere out here where they see smoke. It's a little misty or hazy out there. I guess a few showers close by. Got a fly or a spider. I think that's a fly that got squished on the lens. But
I think so. That's been on there every time we looked for about a week. So
yeah, it has. It's been on
the camera's up high enough. They have a hard time getting up clean the lens, probably.
It's 79 degrees. Yeah, I would imagine. I wouldn't want to get out there and try to clean it. And I think we need to go over here to, good grief, look at all the warnings over here. I'm looking for, here we go, Pinnacle Tower. Here it is. Now this is over in eastern Tennessee. It's a live shot, again, from a forest fire lookout tower. Well, these are really nice. Hey, there's Barb Ringenberg. Barb, I haven't seen you in forever. Where have you been? You need to get healed up. I think she's one of our staff. Yeah, she's one of our staff. I haven't seen her in a while. So I'm glad to see her on here, up and around. And Mike Bynum says, we got a heavy shower Monday evening. It rained cats and dogs for about 45 minutes or so. The crops around here look really good from all the rain. That's what I'm hearing all over. It's a good year for crops and growing in this kind of weather. It caused a little bit of problem with being able to get the farmers out where they can plant, I think, the soybeans. But hopefully it's working okay. Lisa Taylor says, hi, hope all are well, sending praying for Texas. So sad. Boy, you're not lying.
Yeah.
The number of children, it's hard to even talk about it. The number of children that perished in that was just terrible. And, the bad thing about this is that you never know. The weather is in extremes right now, and that's one of those things we have to be concerned about. I hope if you guys are on here for the first time that you will subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. Just go to our YouTube channel. If you're watching over on the Facebook page, you can go directly to YouTube and hit the channel, and it'll say subscribe. Just do that, and it will help us out a lot. Then you can go back to watching on Facebook, but at least subscribe to the channel. It does help. Doesn't cost a thing, and it does help our analytics and things so that YouTube just helps us a lot with some things. They go by how many subscribers we have, and they actually give us a percentage of the revenue because they sell ads on the channel too, as you might see once we go off and go back to look at it. There'll be some ads in different spots that YouTube sells, so they give us a percentage. Let's see, Brandy Lynn Hammond is on with us. Hey, Brandy. And then there's Caleb Eaton says, anything down my way? Well, I happen to know where you are, Caleb. You're around Goodlettsville, and I don't see anything but some clouds right now. Maybe some sprinkles under them, but nothing very serious. The bigger weather's back here to the south, but I think that's going to move on and stay south of you. Might get a stray sprinkle from this back here, but I don't really think so. I think you'll be good. Lisa Taylor says, we got some rain here in Adairal. A good little shower earlier. Any storms for us this week? All right, yeah, we probably need to talk about that, Mark. The amount of showers and things that we can expect coming in.
Right.
Doesn't they increase a little bit by the end of the week, right?
Well, they do. We're about a 40% chance today. We've just been kind of cloudy today and not quite as hot. Tomorrow is supposed to be a high around 90 and only about a 20% chance of afternoon showers for our area. And then on Friday, starting 20% chance. But Saturday and Sunday, our chances ramp up for afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Our highs ramp up into the low 90s again, and that's when we get really humid, and we'll be looking at heat indices in the afternoons between 100 and 105.
Oh, man. Carol Aud Lorenzi says, hi, David Mark. Hi, Carol. I hope you are doing well. I don't remember seeing you on before, but we're glad to have you. And like I said, if you get a chance, go over to the actual channel on YouTube and subscribe to us. It does help us a lot if you guys subscribe. I promise you. But I appreciate you liking the feed. Brandy, she's hitting like. I can actually see when people hit like. I think it has a little squirrely thing that pops up on the screen too. But thank you guys for liking the stream. It does help too. All of that is important and works together to make YouTube happy. So anyway, let's see here. Lisa Taylor says, yuck, not a fan of this kind of heat. Boy, I'm not either. Keith Thomas says, David, my neighbor put out 100 more tomato plants. Oh, my gosh, Keith. What's he feeding, an army? Any of those that you want to send our way, we would sure love it. And,
yep.
But there's nothing better than a good slice of tomato on a piece of bread with maybe some bacon on it and maybe a little lettuce. We'll have bacon, lettuce, tomato. And
oh, yeah.
I haven't eaten for a while. I'm kind of hungry. So let's see here. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's see here. Barb says, my doctor grounded me in my broom until my foot heals. Thankfully, with antibiotics and the help of my daughter, I'm on the mend. Hope to see y'all soon. Well, you take care and be sure and get healed up and then come on back and we'll partake of the fun that we always have here, or at least try to. You know, some of these people around here, they'll pull practical jokes on me. And, you know, they laugh about it. I don't think it's all that funny. Oh, and Keith Thomas is in corn. Wow. And Silcor, he doesn't like tomato. He says, don't say tomato. That is forbidden. Hey, there's Judy Thomas Hunter from Franklin, Kentucky, and she is in my old neighborhood. I have family that still lives over there. I don't see my sister on with us today, but she's usually on watching. And you got a little shower there just to the southwest of Franklin, as you can see. And I would say it's probably not doing a lot. In fact, it looks like it's going to rain itself out, so you might get a brief heavy shower. Let's go on down here and see. Usually it's about, it looks like it's just west of Witt Road and east of West Madison Street. That's where you're getting the heavier rain. Let's see, Bluegrass Road, that's where it's along. So Yeah, I think that's the bypass, and you right here's the crossroads. You go up here, and there's 100, and you take that, and you go west towards Russell. Hey, I know that stuff. I do. Anyway, so let's see here. There is Judy Walton Newton says hello, David Mark, and there's our friend Ruth Cornelius says hi all. And looks
Hello,
like
Ruth.
Phyllis Melodia says love y'all. We love you too. So anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well out there. It's been, I don't know, it's been a time. I'll be glad when this pattern breaks and we get back into something that's more reasonable, like crisp fall air. Anyway, it's coming. It's just going to take a while. This is the hottest time of the year normally. And Mark, has dog days begun yet?
Actually, traditionally, Dog Day starts about July 3rd.
Okay, so we're in dog days now. And,
Yeah. The old saying is whatever it does on the 3rd is what it's going to do up until August 3rd at least.
and it rained on the 3rd, didn't it?
I believe it did.
So, but we know that's just an old wives' tale,
Mm-hmm.
or it is an old wise tale, I should say. I hate to get in trouble with the wives out there, but anyway. All right, Mark, we need to do some bill paying, and you know what? I was talking about
What's
how
that?
hungry I was, and there's no place better to eat than Ma's Kitchen. Take a look at this and get ready. Here we go. Welcome to Ma's Kitchen in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, home of the $1.50 made-from-scratch sausage and biscuits. Load your plate with Kentucky classics, fried chicken, salmon patties, Salisbury steak, and sides like baked beans, mac and cheese, and fresh hot rolls. And don't miss our barbecue chicken, potato salad, and brown beans. Our brownies are made from scratch daily, bursting with rich chocolate flavor. And don't miss our old-fashioned pecan pie, a Southern classic. Located down from Harbor Freight at 3022 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. When you can't go to Mama's, come to Ma's Kitchen. And boy, we know that to be a fact. We got sausage and biscuits for our meeting here this morning. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
they are so good.
Boy, that was good.
I mean, and I think we got a couple of new people want to go out there now. But anyway, let's take a look at our next sponsor here, and this right here is important too. This one right here. You guys need to pay attention to because you need the product that they're selling. Take a look.
It's the middle of the night and tornadic storms are approaching. The nearest public shelter is miles away and they don't allow pets. You should have purchased a Mid-South Storm Shelter. Mid-South Storm Shelters offer you the security of having your own shelter at your doorstep. These sturdy and roomy shelters come in below ground or above ground styles. Both styles accommodate 10 people comfortably and will give you peace of mind anytime severe weather threatens. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South Storm Shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. Mention the promo code Weather and Wisdom and you will get $200 off. Financing is available.
And you don't want to forget our good friend Michael Vance, Contracting and Roofing, because if you had some storm damage, you probably got roof problems too. He can get there pretty quick. He's got several crews out there working, and so if you have any kind of roof damage at all, whether it be commercial or residential, give Michael a call at 270-707-ROOF. I mean, he knows where it's at. He knows more about roofs than I do. Of course, I don't think know anything about roofs anyway. But anyway, he also has Lakeside Campground Marina. There's the website, visit lakesidecampground.com, and I think I have a spot for them. Take a look. Hustle and bustle of everyday life getting to you. Now you can enjoy quiet, relaxing days filled with the natural beauty of Kentucky Lake and its abundance of activities. You can find that and more at Lakeside Campground Marina, located on Jonathan Creek on the western shore of Kentucky Lake. They offer a selection of lakefront campground sites and a full-service marina and many other amenities. If you love boating, fishing, or just getting away from it all, visit us online at www.visitlakesidecampground.com. And, of course, I don't want to forget my good friend Katie Moyer, Kentucky Hemp Works. She's bound to be watching somewhere. There's no telling where she is, though. That woman, she's a powerhouse. She's all into helping with disasters. And anyway, it's It's nice. There's Trish Horn on with us. She says, hello, David Mark. So let's go on back to take a look at what Katie has to offer. Let's look at the fishing attractant they've got.
If you want to give yourself an edge in catching fish, you have to try Kentucky Hemp Works Fish Attractant. It is so easy to use, even a child can do it. A drop or two on your bait will yield amazing results.
I got him.
Make your fishing trip memorable. Catch lots of fish with Kentucky Hemp Works Fishing Attractant. Look for it in our online store at dpww.shop. Supplies are going fast, so place your order today.
And of course, there's our online store, dpww.shop. I swear we're going to change this page too here pretty soon, just as soon as we can get caught up. We're still experimenting with the 24/7 channel. It's been up and down. And those that had a link before probably isn't working now because it went down again yesterday due to power fluctuations and things. So we're taking steps to fix that. And once we get that stream stabilized and finish the final touches on it, we'll make it public for everyone to see and hopefully enjoy. And looks like let me go back here to the radar. Looks like we got a few storms starting to crop up right here around the northern end of the lakes. There's a storm up around Paducah, but I don't know. That's just cropped up out of nowhere, it seemed like, and now they're starting
These afternoon ones do that. They'll an old boundary from an old storm that happened like several hours ago will move along and hit just the right spot and kick up another storm. So, yeah, we may see these kind of showers pop up and then go away for the next several hours until we get on toward the evening.
Yeah, Trish is asking, what's the weather looking like for tomorrow? She has to go to Central City. I think she's a little bit more rain-free tomorrow, right?
Right. We're only looking for about a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow.
Terrell O'Hare says, why is that core? I'm not sure I know what she meant. Did I miss something? Yeah, explain.
I think she's asking Seacor about don't say tomato. That is forbidden.
Okay. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Yeah, Seacor is not a fan of tomatoes unless it's in chili I make, because I make some of the best, I guess, deer chili you can find. And, man, Chanel Francis on says, hey, Chanel. And Chanel's one of the newest members of our staff, and maybe she'll be on here one of these days for long, and you guys will get to see her a little bit more. So, anyway, Trish Horn says, thank you. You're welcome, Trish.
New information.
Okay, let's
This
see. We've
severe
got the
thunderstorm
severe thunderstorm warning has been updated. It just includes Pike County, I think a little bit larger area. Let me quickly see. Yeah, that's what we're looking at back that way. But again, it's not going to affect us at all. The only thing close is these showers here on the northern end of Kentucky Lake, and we'll see if that continues. Let me go ahead and just put this in motion. If I can make my fingers work right. There we go. Yeah, they just kind of pulse up, then drop down, then they pulse up again. So they're in the pulse up part. So anyway. There we go. I thought I lost my controls for a second, but they came back. Okay, let's see, Mark. Let's see if I can find. I want to pull up the satellite with Zoom Earth, and I think I've got it up here somewhere. Hold on just a second. Here, and let's take a look. Okay, so we're looking at a satellite image. The Earth, obviously, and it's already getting dark off over here in this eastern part of the Atlantic, so you can see that evening is approaching us all. We'll kind of put this in motion. Let's see if we can see anything out of the ordinary. A lot of cloudiness back up here, and I think you can see the ice pack in the looks like in the Arctic Ocean, or is that, I don't know, it's some part of the ocean. I can't really tell from this. I guess it's
that's off the coast of Siberia, isn't it?
yeah, it is. That's right. It is. So it is cold up there. So let me go to a different look. Let's look at the wind profile. So that'll tell us where all these things are. This is the Aleutian Low. You've heard us talk about this many times. Aleutian Low is still in place there. And you can see, look, this is what's interesting about all this. Look at this cold air trying to come down into here and into this way. You got a little bit flow going north here, but you see this is kind of a ridge right here, and that actually may cause us to have a little bit of a cut off low. In fact, if I go in a little closer here, look at where the wind fields are coming from here. This is in the upper levels. Look where they're coming from. Coming from the north. We got a big southerly flow here, but this is a thought that maybe as we move along in the future, you might see a part of a cooling trend, so to speak. Now, it's not going to get cold by any stretch of the imagination, but look at that. That's a pretty wound up storm.
Mm-hmm.
Got some winds in it, 30, 32 probably. And then here is Greenland, and they've got a flow from the north. All this is stuff that we're watching, and it's working together as we go through the next, I don't know, couple of months, and we'll see how that plays out. There's Trish Horn. See, of course, I heard my name. What?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Slater says, good afternoon, guys. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you, especially when there's nothing severe on the horizon. Mike, we appreciate you to no end. You've been a very good friend and supporter of the channel, and we appreciate what you've done with us. See, of course, says, oh, yeah, I can't stand tomatoes. Anyway, Skyhorn says hello to all. And Jacob Gibson is like the rest of us, ready for fall already. And boy, I am too. But Mark, we've been on for about 42 minutes, heading towards an hour. I think we've pretty well shown everybody. Let me get back to our radar here. Hang on.
Yeah. Jacob Gibson says he's ready for fall already. I think we all are.
Boy, I think so too.
We didn't have that much heat, but what we had was pretty strong, and I don't think we want any more.
Hey, there's our good friend Brandon Daniel. He says, I'll be going to Ashland, Kentucky for Rock the Country this weekend. How would the weather be? I will say Brandon is in charge of the Finish Line Car Wash over on the boulevard. And I got to tell you what, that has been an amazing place. He gave me a free car wash one time, and I went through it, and my vehicle was nasty as it could be. It looked like a pigsty on the outside. And I went through it. And that was an experience in itself. You were with me, I think. And we came out of it, and I mean, it looked like somebody detailed it. He's got some kind of secret ingredient in that wash he has. And I'm telling you what, that lasted for, I don't know, it seemed like weeks before it got dirty again.
Yeah.
It beat up and throw everything off of it. And so I went back and went again. And I mean, I'm telling you what, it's still shiny out there. So, I got looking at it. I had to put my sunglasses on. It's so shiny. So yeah, Brandon, I appreciate it. And yeah, he's going to be. You say in the heat? You say?
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like for Ashland, Kentucky area, for the coming weekend, it's going to be warm. It's probably going to be high, close to 90, if not above 90. Probably very humid. Heat index up 102, 103. So, yeah, just be ready, and you'll still see those afternoon and evening thunderstorms.
Yep. Jacob Gibson says, nothing beats free.99. I'm not sure I followed that. Brandon Daniel says, you guys are welcome to come get a wash anytime you'd like. He does. I tell you, it's amazing to go through because it has all kinds of colors. I got a video clip. I just haven't had a chance to get together. I'm going to do that, Brandon. I'm going to show them one of these days how great your car wash is. I can't believe it. I actually could. That place has been there for a while. It's across the street. Well, it's in the what is it, Planet Fitness area?
Yeah, it's just basically across the parking lot from Planet Fitness.
Yeah. So if you guys get a chance, I'm telling you, you won't regret going through it anyway. And tell them Dave Powell sent you, just so they'll know that people are watching for you. Anyway, let's see here. Jacob Gibson says, I thought you said the car wash was free. That's what I was referencing. All right, Jacob. He's acting up on us. See, of course, says, I don't have a car. Can I still get a wash there? Oh my gosh, it'd never be the same. Never be the same.
No.
Dave says dark clouds are rolling in again on him. So let's go up here one more time and take a look for Dave. We owe him that at the very least. Okay, there's Charleston, Huntington. We'll run the radar there. Yeah, I can see where they would be. You're looking off to your north. You will probably see that storm. It looks like it's going to go east of Huntington. Yeah, it looks like it's going to go east of Huntington, heading towards Hurricane, and probably Charleston's going to get nailed pretty good. They're getting some storms right now already, and a few more scattered around. So you're not quite out of it yet tonight. Anyway, so let's see. There's Chelsea Reese says hello to my friends, and we're glad to see you too, Chelsea. And let me get back over to our normal radar, and we'll take a look at these up here around the lakes. There's still there. They've diminished somewhat, so I wouldn't be too worried about them. We look at them from a different perspective. That's looking up into them a little bit. So yeah, they're not very strong. Nothing to worry about. All right, Mark. So I think we're at the point. Hold on a minute. Dave says sprinkle. And Chelsea Reese, what time tomorrow afternoon for Nashville look like? And Jack Gibson, I guess you could walk into a car wash without a car, but I'd imagine that'd be a pretty heavy duty shower. It would. Dave says it's drizzling now. So now, Mark, any final words?
Everyone, enjoy the rest of the week. We'll see you again Friday. In the meantime, watch out for those afternoon and evening showers that could pop up. Otherwise, have a great one, and we'll see you then.
And if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Thank you all for watching our show. We've had such fun, but now must go. Every moment's been a delight. Until next time, we say good night. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Across the screen, nature's power in all it seems. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you